Hey, I wanted to welcome back to the community again. I just want to go into another M1 Finance portfolio update. I want to welcome those who are subscribed to the community and also those who are new who have yet to subscribe, and hopefully we'll be adding you to the community very soon. So we're going to dig right into this. So the first thing I want you guys to notice is that my portfolio is at obviously 43,200, but the bigger thing than that is our gain has gone up a lot. So what happened is 2 weeks ago I gave you guys a portfolio update and I broke down everything, and I was up $955, right? So I was up $955, and now 2 weeks later we're up 20. I mean, it's still rising, so it's kind of hard to say, but we're up 24.33. So that's a difference of over $1,400 in 2 weeks. I mean, that's not bad money. That's something I'm very happy with. And the big difference here is the dividends didn't really change much, but this went from being negative 800 to positive 600. So that market turned around, and that's quite a big deal. So one thing I wanted to bring to point is, let's go into activity. Let's go down to right here that I did sell my Tesla, right? So I did mention that in the last video, sold it. 500% profit. I mean, I walked away with $3,000. I understand a lot of people are loving Tesla, and right now I just think we're in a bubble. I think it's all hyped up. I want to be careful with that. I want to take my profit. I want to watch very carefully and see where that goes. The nice thing about that is that I put a lot of that money into the spend. You'll notice if you follow the account that we were at $300 2 weeks ago. But what happened is I took that $3,000 from the Tesla, I put it into the spend account. That's going to sit there, wait for the opportunity to buy Tesla back at a discounted price. And I also additionally added another $200 as well. I auto deposit $100 a week. You can see that down here. Every week, $100, $100, $100, and that's how I'm building this account up. This is my just in case account, and it's another account that's great. If we see another huge dip, I'll have money sitting here to buy with, which is just great. So let's go back to the invest here for a minute. Let's look at the activity. I've been picking up, pretty much been buying mostly Sunoco. I want to say the last few weeks I bought about $300 roughly worth of Sunoco, and I'm definitely picking up the shares there, trying to get as many as I can. I already have quite a few. We can go right into that and look at it. Yeah, I'm down still on that a little bit, but I want to say today though, let's look at this. For the day, not too bad. A 5% return for today. I've been buying Sunoco very, very heavy since it dropped down to like 13 a share. Yeah, my average price is 27, but when I started, that average price was 33 a share. So I've got that quite a bit through that dollar cost averaging. Super important, very important. So that's good to know. Now I have 536 shares of Sunoco at this time. So I mean, when the dividend comes around, I think this is gonna be the 4th or the 5th it locks in. So around the 4th or the 5th, I'll be getting a nice dividend, about $450 coming my way. Really not a bad dividend for, just building a position, not even a crazy size. I mean, you're talking $450 quarterly. That's $1,800 a year that this will be paying me. That's really not bad off of 13 grand. So I'm not too upset. Like I said, I know I'm down overall right now, but I mean, we're down $600. I mean, that's nothing. That really isn't anything. That's like today. If today happens again, boom, we're good. So I love this stock. I love what they're doing. I really think that last quarterly earnings call they had, that was more, I mean, it was a loss for the business, but it was a loss of inventory value. So I didn't see it as a loss of the actual business model. I think Sunoco is going to do really well. I think we're going to see that. I think you can even see it just here. I mean, we had that massive dip, and I dropped down pretty hard in here. And I mean, look at us now. I mean, I've been adding as much as I can to Sunoco. I was buying as much as I could in here. And when it came back nice. So I really believe in this company. I think it's a good company. I know oil maybe is not the best thing to be in for long term. Maybe 20, 30 years from now, we'll be looking more at electric, and gas will be kind of getting phased out. But for the time being, I really think this is a good company to be in. And you're looking at a 14% yield. You really can't beat that, right? So that's great. The other thing that I did, I want to break into as well. Let's go back to activity. As you can see right here, I bought $43 worth of real estate stocks. So in this case, I didn't individually pick them. I didn't go through and say, I want to put a few bucks here, a few bucks there. I just threw it into my real estate heavy section of my portfolio, and I let it do its thing where it buys probably the worst performing, the ones that are underperforming the other stocks. I let them buy into that. So that way, hopefully these are doing awful, and I'm buying those shares, and I'm dollar cost averaging those positions down, and I can get those into a better position. Obviously hotel's not doing too good. A lot of these aren't really doing that great right now, And I gotta say, in general, if we look at that, let's go back to the main portfolio here. It's one of the largest things holding me up right now is, if we can find it. Oh, we're still in Sunoco. Let's go back. So if we go back to the main page here, you can see, I mean, service is up, tech up a ton, faster food is up, big funds is up. Look at this, real estate light and real estate heavy, they're both down. I gotta see, man. I haven't, and I've been putting money into this too, trying to dollar cost average it down, trying to get this positive. It is just like very, very slow moving right now, and I'm not seeing a ton of progress. I mean, we could look at the 1 month on those, and I mean, we're down, you know, and everything is up. Everything is up. You can't even mess up right now, and this is still down. So I gotta say, with real estate, we're gonna have to really keep our eyes on this and see if there's going to be more trouble from this corona, if people are going to start defaulting on their rents, and that will lead to people not paying their mortgages, right? So defaults in general. I got to say, hopefully that'll turn around. I'm hoping to see this more positive and see a better light on this. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. But like I said, I picked up like $43 worth of shares of the real estate. I've just been trying to dollar cost average it down. I mean, that was all dividends that they paid out anyways, that this paid out to me, and I just reinvested it back into the same fund. So, I mean, not really adding on my own personal money at this time. Like I said, I've been kind of focusing on Sunoco. I'm trying to pick that up before it goes ex-dividend date. So I've been doing that. Another thing I could bring up too is the margin account. So in the last couple of weeks, I've been able to pay off about $300 of this. I'm trying to slowly work it down. I think I had mentioned that in one of my other videos, that I'm trying to get rid of it a little bit. I'm not trying to completely eradicate my margin, because I think it does have a very good use in these situations where you can increase the percentage of your profit on your money, which is just great. I'm just trying to get it to a more manageable level where I feel more, feel safer with it. Like, obviously, you know, me dropping 26,000, almost 27,000 at this point, pretty unlikely, I believe. But if we do have another serious drop, I'd like to be positioned well that if it drops, I can then borrow from my margin account when it's dropping hard, to put that money in, to more leverage it in a more, I think, personally a better way that'll bring me much better return. So even though it's great to have margin on the way up, I think it can be extremely great to have available margin when it's tanked, which is really good, you know. So that's something I'm trying to work on. Let's go into transfers. I think, just so you guys can see, we're still doing the weekly transfers here, $100 into the spend and $250 a week into the account there, so we can buy stocks. And really, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. And if you guys have any questions about why I'm doing something a certain way, why I like a certain stock, feel free to dig into that. Feel free to ask me. If you guys have any questions that you'd like answered, I'm definitely willing to make a video on that, go into that. And obviously, if you give me a good question, I'll throw a shout out to you. So definitely keep up with all that. I love how you guys comment, ask questions. It's really great to have such a good community. Don't forget to like these videos. Don't forget to subscribe, because every week I'm going to be bringing you a new one, so you don't want to miss out on that. And I'll talk to you guys next time, all right? Thanks for stopping by.